Jed didn't go on to win every school race like Ezra. By year 4, he was no longer the fastest, and in year 6, he didn't make it through the heats. We clapped together as other mums and dads shouted their kids to victory. I remember after he won his race at nursery, Jed said, "Mum, I felt angry because I wanted to win." We laughed because we understood what he was trying to express, that he had a fire in his belly, a determination that felt like anger, but that could also be fuel to push you through to your ultimate goal. There are some families who model composure and compassion during every sporting interaction. The mother lets her toddler win so she can see the smile break across his face. The dad grins modestly as the eldest son takes the prize. The kids and parents split into evenly balanced teams where there's no cheating or heckling, and at the end of the day, everyone's a winner. This is not our family. We are obnoxious when we win, disgraceful when we lose. Each of us is competitive in a different way, but it all comes down to petty with a capital P. Card games get messy, and board games are carnage. There's Abie, barely playing unless he can guarantee success. Ezra and that unbearable grin, hip shake, and moonwalk when he comes out on top. Jed, smug as anything, or else whining about whatever mighty obstacle stopped him from winning. And me, smiling graciously but quietly plotting how to take each one of those suckers down. The first time I played Wii tennis, the instructions warned me to be aware of my surroundings. "Get on with it," I cried. 2 minutes later, I had whacked my toddler off his feet as I tried to ace a serve with the Wii controller. Oops. I also remember watching in fascination as Ezra, just 3 years old, showed his Nana Helen how to play Wii boxing, only for her to rain punches on his avatar like she was Mike Tyson, then celebrating as if she'd won an actual title belt. "I see where you get it from," I told Abby, laughing. Competition is human nature. If you ask that guy Darwin, it's pretty much the driving force of our evolution. Personally, I have a theory about football and sperm. Something about tiny little shooters chasing after an ovum. You get the idea. It's not scientific, but I'm convinced that's what has men so obsessed with the beautiful game. If women ran the world, maybe we'd have come up with something less one-track-minded. In macho terms, sport is something that guys do and men talk about. It's the great stereotypical leveler, the dude icebreaker. Did you see the match? What team do you support? For parents of boys, there's often an automatic assumption that your offspring is going to be out on the field, living out your glory days. It's telling that in American sitcoms, the dads call their sons sport and champ. Several studies have shown that many mothers talk about male babies in the womb as if they're getting ready to sign them up for the Premier League. "Oh, you should feel this little guy in here. He's got a left foot like David Beckham." I'll admit that I was one of those mums. However, I take no credit for the fact that my sons seem to have been born with balls attached to their feet. Literally, the first thing Jed did as soon as he was able to toddle across our carpet was kick a ball with such force that he toppled over. When Jed was barely 2, I signed both boys up to a soccer group for preschoolers. It was the sweetest thing to watch their determined little legs pursuing the ball from one end to the other. It was clear they had a talent for it. "They'll play for Arsenal one day," their group leader would say, giving them high fives. Deep down, I think we all believed him. When Jed dropped out of his football club in year 9, a part of me felt gutted. Ezra had quit his club just before GCSEs. This might be the end of an era. Jed's still passionate about football, giving blow-by-blow accounts of the latest signings and transfers, and keeping up a fantasy football league with his mates. But he's more into basketball now, and he was pleased to make the school basketball team. After their first game, he came home with a rueful smile. "We got pasted," he said. "But I got the second most rebounds, and coach said I did well."